Alright, what's up guys? So, in this video, I kind of want to talk about a topic that I realized I didn't really ever make a video on, so I figured this would be the best time to do it. My whole experience with riding motorcycles and as to why I'm not riding currently and if I plan on riding again in the future. So, long story short, if you guys don't know, I've been riding bikes for, a couple years. My first bike was a Ninja 250. It was a 1987. It was like a really old Ninja 250 EX. That bike was cool. I liked it a lot. I learned a lot, just the basics of riding. Bro, it was a really good starter bike. After that bike, I eventually got a gsxr 600. I believe that was in 2001 or 2. It was one of those years. And I had that bike for a while as well. I've been riding for a couple years. I'm not saying I'm like the best rider in the world or an expert or anything like that, but I have been riding for a couple years. Something that I really wanted to do for the longest time since I was a kid. Always wanted to ride, and I never really got a chance to do it until I was a little bit older. And then I just made the decision that this was something I wanted to do, and that's what I just basically went out and I did it. And if you guys are interested in like knowing the whole process of how do you get into riding and stuff like that, I did a video like a while ago on my channel about this. Like this is like probably one of my first videos I've ever did. I don't even think it's still on the channel. I'm gonna probably redo an updated video on that and like how do you get into motorcycling if you're interested in that at all. But staying on topic, I had that 2000 and whatever gsxr 600 for a while, and I loved it. I used to commute on that thing almost every day, especially in the summer when it was warm out. I rode that thing even when it was getting cold out. Fast forward to, I believe, the year like 2015, when me and my now fiance, we were moving in together. I was in like a weird position, like I was in a weird time of my life. I was leaving my one job. I put my like 2 weeks, well actually it was like a month notice in, because I had to make sure they can transition. I was leaving a job. I was also finishing school. It was like my last semester of school, and then I was also going and taking a internship with another place, and I was moving. So it was a combination of all three of those things. And also where we were moving into, we only had like 2 slots allowed for us to park. She had a car, I had my car, so I didn't really have room for the bike at the time. And also I was leaving my job as well and taking an internship, which was going to pay me less, but it all worked out because it was to get a better job down the line, which that's what it did. So I figured at the time it would be a good time for me to sell my bike, get as much money as I can for it, and just kind of use that money to kind of cushion myself and just cushion us a little bit extra. Which that's the thing though. A lot of people though, I know it's kind of hard. It kind of sucks to really think about, but when you have other responsibilities, certain things just get pushed behind. Other things get pushed beside. Other things get pushed behind, and I guess riding the bike was one of those things. And it's kind of, I do regret it a little bit because I haven't ridden in like a while, since probably, like 2015. Granted, I've ridden here and there, but never like consistently since then. And yeah, that's like one of those things that when you start growing up, you have to do more responsibilities type of stuff. With that being said, now finally I'm in a different position now. I actually have room for a bike here. I've been thinking more and more of getting back into riding, but more specifically, I want to really get into track days and actually like learning how to drive much better and just being a really good driver. I guess that kind of stems from seeing other people ride bikes. A lot of times I see a lot of these people out here and they're riding. I can just tell either they're new or they never really learned how to ride really well, or it's just, I don't know. I just see a lot of people out there who are just like, they're doing moves, they're doing stuff where just like, you're driving at the limits, and they're like really close to making a big mistake. Again, I'm not claiming I'm the best driver ever. Just the other day when I was riding, coming home from work, I saw this one guy, he was riding his bike, and he was like, I don't know, it was really strange. You can tell that he was holding in his clutch all the way when he was starting off, just because you can hear the actual bike. So it seemed like he didn't really know how to like take off very well. Granted, I don't know, maybe his clutch was going out, could be, just a ton of different things. But also the thing that made me kind of suspect that he was a new rider was the way he was taking off, of how he kept his legs down like a lot longer than what you normally do. Like when you first start riding, or if you're at a stop and you're taking off, you usually put your legs up pretty quickly, but you can tell that he was still kind of unsure when he was starting off. That's not a knock or saying anything bad against someone who's starting off riding, but as we're going down the road, you can tell this guy's trying to like weave in and out of traffic. And I don't know, whenever I see someone doing that, I just slow down. I'm like, I'm gonna let them go, because I don't really know. I just let them go. So yeah, even I've been seeing stuff like that more and more and more. And I see people who are driving, and a lot of times I'm just like, man, I don't really know if they're that good of a driver, and they're doing things that are like way above their skill level. And that kind of makes me, in a way, I don't know how to explain it. It makes me kind of miss riding, and I want to become a better rider, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why I kind of really want to get another bike and really make it a track bike and go to the track and actually, build my skills. Because I would love to honestly have track days inside of a car as well. But I think also track days on motorcycles, that's something that I've always wanted to do. I never got a chance to really do it. And I feel like, maybe this is the time to do it. So, I don't really know. I'm still kind of, debating, should I get a project car or get a project motorcycle? And track days, the good thing is about that is that track days on a bike are a lot cheaper than doing track days inside of a car. So there's that. So I'm still kind of up in the air either way. But yeah, so I guess a long roundabout way, and I'm thinking about riding a bike again. And I'm really thinking about what would be the best bike for me to buy to mostly have it as a track bike. Yes, I would still ride it on the street. I'm not gonna like disconnect all the lights and everything completely and turn it into 100% a track bike. I still want to ride it on the street, and I still want to ride it to and from work and stuff like that. But I mostly want to get it to ride it at the track. But yeah, so that's pretty much my whole history of my bike riding experience, and what are my thoughts going into next year, or this winter season. Should I buy another bike, or just really, that's pretty much all of my thoughts, guys. So let me know in the comment section below, have you guys ridden bikes? Are you guys interested in motorcycles at all? I'm really curious to know. It's like always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a like. Check out some of the other videos that I've done. If you get a chance, follow me on Instagram. And if you guys are interested in any type of Jeep Wrangler videos, my past motorcycle videos, Camaro videos, check out my channel. I have a lot of playlists listed on my channel, so you can just easily navigate everything. So if you're interested in any of that type of stuff, check it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.